Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the 5th, 2025. We're going to be talking about TNA results. We found out a couple of matches for Bound for Glory and Victory Road. We heard from Joe Hendry, and he has a problem with Eric Young because he attacked him last week, left him laying. And about this cleanse. But he did talk about the time that he was at WWE's UK live event when he faced The Miz. And he talked about his time at NXT Tuesday, being the secret weapon for Hank and Tank. And now he wants to talk about Eric Young because he's not happy that Eric Young attacked him last week. So he called out Eric Young because he wants to see if the same thing that everybody does with Joe Hendry, call his name and he appears. Eric Young does come out and he says he's not doing this on Joe Hendry's term, he's doing this on his term. And he says, Joe Hendry says, well, Eric Young wants to do it next week, but Joe Hendry says, you're not the boss that makes the matches, Santino Marella makes the matches. So I guess it's official. Eric Young will be versing Joe Hendry, and the cleanse will start with Joe Hendry. Looks like Leon Slater is going to be facing a whole bunch of former X Division guys and maybe future X Division guys. That's happening next week as well. The Rascals is finally back. They are cleared to wrestle, and that's pretty cool to hear. And I guess Leon Slater wants to face them too. He wants to face a whole bunch of people. We got Ash had her celebration, her big celebration, bringing back the TNA Knockouts World Championship. I still don't like this reign as champion. So the personal Cashior had some surprises, presents for Ash. He had a painting that does not look like Ash. Hell no, it did not look like Ash. It was a person that was had the Knockouts Championship around her waist, but it did not look like Ash. And they had the same picture on a wine bottles, saying this is your wine, but they glued or taped a picture of the same picture that they had a portrait had on there, and they put on a wine bottle. And then Masha came out to interrupt, and she wants to make it tell Ash that at Victory Road, you're going to face me for the championship, and show everybody that your win at Heatwave is a fluke. And then she says, when I get to the ring, I'm gonna beat everybody up. She got in the ring and starts whacking everybody, all the Ash, M, and Heather. But it didn't work out because Ash threw some wine in the face of Masha, and then there's a beatdown on Masha by the Anglin brand until Brookside and Yang Lee came out to make the save, but the numbers is still too much. And then here comes Casey and Jesse came out and attacked the Anglin brand as well, and of course they had to try and save this portrait. For some reason, the portrait means more than the Knockouts Championship. But they said, don't hurt it. And guess what the other ladies did? They destroyed the portrait. So we will see at Victory Road, it will be Masha versus Miss Ash for the Knockouts Championship for another time. Oh, man. I'm still not liking this whole thing, this whole reign as champion for Ash. It's not being the best. I'm not into it yet. So let's see how good this match is at Victory Road. I can't watch it because I don't have TNA Plus, but I could watch a little clips on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Santana versus Trick Williams is official. It got made. It will be at Bound for Glory for the World Championship. Santino made it official, and he made it. He made the match that Mike Santana finally could get another shot of the title. This is like his fourth time getting a shot at the title? Or third? He had one on NXT. He had a triple threat match at Slammiversary, and now he's getting this match. Why does he get another match? He did get screwed multiple times. Did he really get screwed in the triple threat? There was no disqualifications. Did he really get screwed over it? I have no idea. But Trick Williams and Mike Santana told Trick Williams, "You said you're not coming to TNA for some reason. He said you're not coming to TNA. He says he's not scared to come to your hometown, your home turf of NXT. So we're going to see more of Mike Santana coming to NXT before Bound for Glory." Let's see what Trick Williams has to say about that. Trick Williams did go on social media, and he still doesn't want to go there because they're going to be going to Minnesota. They're in Minnesota, and he says there's nothing good at Minnesota, so he doesn't want to show up at TNA Impact. And then he said, "Let's talk about it." You already talked about it. Why do we have to say that again? You already talked about it. Why do you have to talk about it when you already talked about it? I don't understand this guy, man. I say my words, and then let's talk about it. How about you say let's talk about it, and then you talk about it, not after you say the words? That doesn't make any sense to me. First match of the evening, we got Frankie Kazarian versus Matt Cardona, but we got Ryan Niven in the ring first. And he told us his brother is making his return tonight at TNA Impact. Matt Cardona came out to interrupt Mr. Ryan Niven, tell him to shut up, and nobody cares about Ryan and Nick. So he got rid of Ryan, he threw him out of the ring, and then we have Frankie Kazarian versus Matt Cardona. Frankie Kazarian gets the win because of the slime ball of Ryan Niven. With all the distractions, he won't stop getting away. Well, we found out who's going to go for the Knockouts Championship at Bound for Glory because we have a triple threat number one contenders match against, we got Indy Hartwell versus Danny Luna versus Jody Threats. And it was a pretty decent match. Jody Threat tried to stop Danny Luna, stop trying to injure Indy Hartwell. But Indy Hartwell says, "This is a triple threat match, guys. Come on, let's do this match." It was a pretty decent match. The winner of that match and heading to Bound for Glory is Indy Hartwell. So whoever wins that victory roll between Masha and Ash, they will be versing Indy Hartwell at Bound for Glory. I don't know, Ash and Indy will be a good match for Bound for Glory. Will that be a good match? I don't know. But we haven't seen any NXT stars showing up on TNA. Something happened in a school in Minnesota. I don't know what happened, but I guess something tragic happened. I hope everybody is okay. They said they're raising money. All their merch sales goes to the school. You guys should buy some merch because it will help the school out. I don't know what happened because I don't live in Minnesota. Is it Minnesota? I think it's called Minnesota. I think they are in Minnesota. But something happened in a school, and I hope everybody's okay. It sucks to hear about it, and I can't give you guys the whole facts about it because I don't know what happened. So yeah, go buy some merch and it help that school out. We got Mara Sade teaming up with the Hardys. She was dressed up as Lita with her underwear showing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. But she was dressed up like Lita because she's teaming up with Hardys and she's a woman like Lita. So it's like a little I forget what it's called, homage to the Team Extreme and for Lita. And they first the Order 4, Jason Hodge and Jason Skyler, John Skyler, and Jason Hodge. How did I get their names wrong? And Tasha Steelz. Agent O got himself involved and he got kicked out of the ring. He got ejected. Bye-bye! And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Sade and the Hardys getting the win. It was a little long celebration. They've been celebrating for a while until they was not looking at the audience. Well, they were looking at the audience, not looking at the entranceway. The Nebbits came out and attacked the Hardys. Did a zigzag, double zigzag. And then Mara got in the face of Nick, and Nick says, don't do this. Don't do this. And he backed up. He super kicked Mara in the face. That is not nice. This girl is getting double-handed chokeslam clothesline by Agent O, and now she got super kicked by Nick Nebbit. Why is this lady getting hit so many times? I'd be sorry for her. But we all know it's not real, and we all know that because I've been hearing that a million times. It's not real, Tyler. Why are you watching it? Because you watch boring. You watch fake stuff too. So it's called entertainment. Everything on TV is fake. You think the reality shows is real? I don't think so. You think UFC is real? I don't think so. I know a lot of people think so, but I don't think so. Because you see blood on somebody's head. I think I see a lot of blood on every show. A lot of action shows, a lot of WWE, people have blood on their heads. So it doesn't mean anything that, oh, they're bleeding! How do you know it's coming? How do you know it's theirs? How do you know they don't use a blade? Like what WWE did back in the day. How do you know that? Something could be in the gloves to make people bleed on the right scene. Who the hell knows? We don't know what's real and what's fake on TV. What's real is real life that you live in. Because if I bleed, that's real. If I bleed on TV, I don't think that's real. So, don't tell... you can't convince me UFC is real. You can't convince me that some reality shows is real. None of these things are real. Maybe sports is real because it's live. They never have a tape delay. Not like other shows. These shows, most of the shows that got aired already got filmed way before it got aired. So, I guess UFC is live too, but WWE's live too, and they're still fake. But there's some sports that's real. Sports that doesn't have anyone getting hurt. Like baseball, nobody's getting hurt. Hockey, people get hurt, but it's not like constantly. It's not happen every single time. Or baseball. I think I said baseball. Football. Those type of things that hitting wise, that is part of the show. You hit people like UFC, like WWE. I think that's choreographic. I think they had to like train to do that, practice to do that. I don't really think anything is really real on TV. I don't think so. I don't think so. Everybody could tell me wrong. But for me, TV is just entertainment. You want to be entertained, you want to laugh, you want to cry because it's romantic, sad things happen. That's what TV is all about. Most of these things is because it doesn't happen in your life. Well, but the laughing part it does, because mostly everything is funny. But you don't want to see sad things happen, so you see it on TV. You see it on the movies. You don't want to see it in real life. That's why you watch it on TV. That's why they happen. So yeah, I don't know what am I getting to, what am I rambling about. But it gets tiring that people are telling me wrestling is fake. I know it is. When I was a kid, I had a problem of people saying it's fake. Because I knew it was fake. When I was watching it, you saw chair shots to the head. You saw tables getting broken. You saw blood. So, when you're a kid, you don't know if it's real or fake. But now I know, because I'm old. I'm getting old. I know it's not real. I know these people are not getting hurt. Sometimes they do actually get real hurt. They get injured. But there's some things that is fake. Or they practice doing. Stuff like that. But there's some things that actually hurts. Like those weapons. Like getting hit in the chair with a... Getting hit by a chair in the back and you hear the sound. That's actually a skin getting hit by a chair. A candlestick is actually getting hit on the skin. Thumbtacks is actually going in people's bodies. There's some things that you can't really fake. It could be fake props, but some of them is not. Everybody's getting excited. It is a Friday when I'm uploading this video, but I filmed it on Thursday, so Friday's not happened yet. But everybody, I'm getting excited to see if AJ Lee shows up on Friday Night SmackDown. Will it happen? People are saying she signed a contract. Some merch person ruined the return. Is it true? Is it not true? We have no idea until Friday Night SmackDown in Chicago happens. I don't know what to believe. Like I said, I had to see it to believe it. I did not believe it until we saw CM Punk make his return. I don't know what else I could tell you. There's no other example. But yeah, I want to see it, then I could believe it. And then I could go like a little girl. Scream like a little girl because she's back. One of the top women in the WWE comes back. But right now, I don't really believe it until it happens. Because anything could happen for WrestlePalooza. It could be Rhea Ripley. It could be Liv Morgan making a return. It could be anyone that has a problem with Becky Lynch. Could be Laura Valkyria, but she can't go for the title anyway, so she's not. She can't do that. It could be Becky. It could be Bayley. I almost said it could be Becky Lynch to face Becky Lynch, but it could be Bayley. But I think Bayley has a problem with Laura Valkyria because the whole thing with Bayley, Laura Valkyria is getting a little concerned. I think she's going to turn heel and attack Laura Valkyria when she makes her return. So that's what I think on that. But it could be anyone. It could be somebody from SmackDown. It could be anyone. Ooh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow on Saturday for a Friday Night SmackDown results. If I'm really excited, I might do on Friday nights. Upload it on Friday night and get on my title. If she shows up, if AJ Lee shows up, it will be on my title. But if it's not, that means she did not show up. So let's see what happens. Let's see. That's all me today. Tyler's out. See you guys on Saturday. Bye.